Hey, good evening, guys. Everything got to start somewhere, so we'll go ahead and start looking at the 3D model, the as-built, which I've rough drafted based on visuals from the outside, some measuring, but most of this is cosmetic, other than the area that we focused on. I'll be working later on possibly trying to develop this roof and create a roof facade that would possibly bring out to this front entry and make it look like that's where we're trying to get to when we go into it. So what I'll do is I'll take and maybe change the mode. It's a little easier to see here. Okay, let's go to the layout really quick and we'll just get right into it. I've got the as-built, which is right here, which will go right into the floor plan. So this is basically showing, this is where I focused most of my attention, and I tried to get everything else in there in its most basics because we need egress. So these stairs are really important, the distance and whatnot. So when I did the addition, I tried to keep that in mind. Currently, this right here, the second story comes down to the end and travels through this corridor and then down the stairs and out this door right here. So that's kind of what I'm using. Again, all the windows, I didn't divide any of the offices up because I'm not focusing on that. It was pretty time consuming just as it was to get this, but this is going to get us a long ways. So that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at a floor plan. Here is basically, it's a dollhouse view. It's going to allow us to get in and take a look at this thing. Get my mouse to start operating for us. So basically it's about, we measured here, it's 8'5" from the floor to the ceiling here, and it's about the same upstairs. When I measured in the garage here, we're 17'11" from the concrete to the ceiling. That's not too big of a deal. We'll work that out. I noticed some of this has I think that right where the stairs pop out downstairs, it's got the ceiling at 9 foot here. And then when you get to the bottom of the stairs, there's an area where it goes to the ceiling tile in this area here. So there's a drop ceiling in a portion of that, but it's after you get out of the stairs right here. So I'm going to hit a button here in a second. Let's go ahead and bring, that's going to bring in the other plan that I've got going. It'll show up over here as a glass house, or as an underlying menu. So you can kind of see where I brought the existing, we'll come right on down the hall and go in through here. And I looked at one of my other models and I thought I had deleted this door here that goes. So when you enter into this right now, there's of course nothing out there. And of course it's just a garage floor. But when we enter this, I'm going to have that partition wall right there. So I've got the thought of having an immediate turn. So there would be an exit going into this, what will be a clear story, the garage out here. I didn't know how secluded we want to break that up or how many offices we really want to get here. So I'll quit spinning it around and try to show you what I was thinking about doing is continuing this through, allowing access to the shop here, and then carrying it into this hallway here that would give us access to the 1-2 bedrooms on the outside walls. And I wasn't sure how we would do this right here. That'll definitely be something that will be up to you guys. My thoughts were, if it was my business, and it's not, but if I had this front entry and we were bringing clients in there, I would think that would be a nice area to possibly spruce up. If it were the case, it might be way too much to bring it down to this end. But that being the case, I didn't know if this would be a reception area. I know when I worked at the Trust Bank, we always had a waiting area at the front where our secretary would grab our people and bring them back to our various offices. So this particular design has got the front door existing, not moved, exactly where it is. So it comes in and I would bring this hallway around. So all these folks here could, of course, exit out this door here. Let's move upstairs. So moving upstairs, and this is just still the old model when I'm bringing in the on top of it, the addition. So we'll get better clarity when we fly over into the actual plan. But this kind of shows the upstairs with the offices, for the most part, how they came through. I'm sure it's not exact, but as it comes through to this area right here, they go down by the printer room and the access goes downstairs. If I can get my computer to catch up a little bit. I'm just trying to get a little bit of better focus on, there we go, it's caught up. So in these upper offices, we could either reduce it or change the design. We've got these windows that would give this office a window, this office a window. This one could possibly have two. When I divvied it up and brought the hall down to meet everybody, it kind of, this office ended up being a little bit bigger right here. So rather than have the hall come all the way in, I just got enough to get the door. And then I gave the extra square foot to this office here. So as you do the review and we get into it, all this is up for, of course, change. So let's take and cruise into the other job real quick. I'm going to take that off of my screen. Let's grab that and put it on another screen. Okay, this is looking at the as-built. We're going to pop into the actual mode that we did here. And these dimensions are pretty much based off of what I have. Everything over here, I wanted to try to get close, but I really didn't get these perfectly accurate. I think our stairs are going to be good for doing our code check. So that's the thing I was trying to focus on, was how far we were away from. And the big thing would be how long it would take for this person in this office to go through the hall, down out the office, around the corner, down the stairs, and through the lower office and out. This is going to be the closest exit for all the folks that I can see on that end of the building. So correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, this might even be another one, quite frankly. That might be quicker if we start drawing hairs. But when the safety board has you do this, you have to create a zone somewhere on the property. I think it's 75 feet away from the door. That's called a safe zone. So they have a little, you have to go through a couple tests to make sure that you can get from here to the front door, from the second story all the way to the nearest exit is the first step. And then the next step is to the safe zone. So there's a few things that'll have to be looked at. Either way, let's take a look at this and see. This is kind of another dollhouse view, but it's based on the without the overlays. So I threw some office furniture in there just to kind of give an idea what the space would look like. I think I can get a different camera. Let's see what that looks like. That way we can kind of see how the flow goes through here. This door is existing right now. So we would just use that to come through and access these offices. So I didn't know if I wanted to close that off and go through a second door that would lead you into the offices, or if we can leave it at that. I'll let you guys think about that. Of course, this will be concrete floor. Let's go ahead and cruise up a level and look at this. So this is how that one came through. So you just be coming down the hall. Right here, I think we've got the copy machine. And the IT room is down at the end around the corner. But I see this is coming right straight through here. I mean, I thought a person could possibly pop through this wall here too. To access this office is a lot of options, but this is all blocked off right now. I think if I look at this, okay. We want to go here. We'll look at the as-built. Okay. So what this will do is this will give us a little bit of, there you go. Kind of shows where our walls are currently. When we walk down here right now, there is no wall there. I'm sorry, there's no doorway. This is an open area that we'll have to come through. So if you come through and, I thought about maybe coming through on this wall over here and accessing them all, but this I thought it brought it through to the core and allowed you to divide up the room. So I'm open to suggestions on that. Other than that, let me know if we're looking close. I didn't do much on this front access. I'll fiddle with that as we get going. As we get further into it, I've got quite a bit of time invested in it right now. I'm hoping you guys are happy with it. Let's go ahead and let's get some feedback on it, and we can take and get to the fine details. So look it over, Tom. Let me know what you think. And Monica and Jeff, feel free to get back to me, and we can sit down and review this and figure out where we want to go. Thank you, guys. Have a good evening.